Hey all you nerds, Gabe aka Froopy Art here, and welcome back to our Gravity Falls and Cryptid inspired region. In the previous episode, you tracked Cordelia to an abandoned cabin, battled her, and all biked back to the research shack to return another device component to the professor. Yes, come to Papa, weird piece of technology. Nice work, you three.
Yeah, we're pretty awesome.
Heck yeah, we are.
And I just got off the phone with the twins' parents, and I guess I shouldn't be using family solely as unpaid labor. So we're gonna go have some fun.
Maple likey.
Yep, there's a fair in town, and well, I definitely won't be using this as an excuse to put up flyers for the Research Shack tours. And you know what? Since you were the one who actually found the missing component, Cordy, why don't you tag along?
Yo, seriously, Professor Pines?
And what about the lovable moose who also found a piece of that machine and taught the twins a valuable lesson about how awesome Pokémon battles are and the power of friendship?
Sure, Moose, whatever. But you two are gonna help me put up posters while we're there. Oh, and kids, we're gonna run into some of the locals at the fair, and most of them tend to be a bunch of nutcases, so you've been warned. Okay, Pokemon Mystery Research Shack team, let's head out.
That's a really clunky name. How about Love Patrol Alpha?
Or the Fighting Zigzagoons?
I regret saying anything. Let's go. You all make your way across the Hoax region and to the town of Twin Falls, where there's a nice little fair that's been set up. It's a pretty popular spot, and you wander about with your sister Maple for a while until she lets out an excited gasp and runs to a fair booth.
Oh my goodness. We can win a Pokemon egg here.
You two want to play? I'm Terry, the mayor, and in my off time, I run the Pokemon daycare. This little game is a way for me to give homes to some of the Pokemon eggs. All you have to do is toss a ring and have it land on an egg. Who knows what you'll get?
It's a bit of a challenge, but the two of you are both able to get your hands on a Pokemon egg.
Now, in order for these eggs to hatch, you need to carry them with you. The more steps you take, the more they can sense how much you care about them, and the faster they will hatch. But it may take a while.
Little egg, I already love you so much. Let's get some steps in together. Bye!
And with that, Maple has begun doing laps around the whole fair in order to hatch her new egg. You continue on where you see Cordelia is talking to some moody teenager.
So, Cordy, this whole fair thing is pretty lame, right?
I don't know, Valentino. It's kind of fun.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's like lame how fun it is.
What?
I caught a new Pokemon. Do you want to see it?
Sure.
I got it from that egg game. It's pretty hardcore, like me.
Valentino lets his newest catch out of its Pokeball. Okay, I'm not going to say too much about the inspiration for this design, as I'm hoping people can maybe guess where it's going to go. But to start off, we've got a baby Pokemon that is a cute little piece of candy. I love the character Candy from Gravity Falls, so I wanted to work in the swirl from her candy costume. And I figured this would also be a nice place to bring back some of that puking gnome inspiration. So it's gonna look like it's barfing, but that's actually just its tongue. But yeah, that's basically it. A wee piece of candy. Colors came together easy enough, though the shiny is a pretty subtle reference to the show. Let me know if anyone picks up on that. Okay, let's go ahead and meet Rapid, the candy Pokemon. While it does have legs, Rapid instead chooses to slide around on its multicolored tongue. It secretes a sweet syrup that allows it to slide about with ease, though this sometimes results in it spitting up sugars onto its trainer. Rapid cannot resist sweets and even eat the candies that others find disgusting. Its ability is Sweet Veil, so that prevents it and its friends from falling asleep, and the hidden ability is Sticky Hold. You don't really know Valentino very well yet, but this seems like an odd Pokemon for him to have, but who knows? As it evolves, maybe it'll match his vibe a bit better.
This little booger is pretty stinking cool, Valentino.
Oh yeah, totally. Maybe I can win you one?
Sure.
Cordelia and Valentino wander off over to the egg game, and after they do, a rich girl on her phone nearly walks right into you.
Hey, watch where you're going. Oh, I know who you are. You're one of the twins that's staying with that fraud of a professor. That's your silly sister running laps, isn't it?
Got to keep running. I'm gonna catch you, egg buddy.
Your whole family is a bunch of weirdos. Out of my way, you poor.
Oh, hey, don't worry about her, dude. That's Atlantica. Her family are the richest people in town, so she's like a total jerk to everybody. Hey, you want to go get some corn dogs? They got like the best corn dogs here.
It sounds enticing, but before you can get any, there is a loud crash nearby, and a woman runs in.
Watch out, everyone! There's a bizarre Pokemon on a rampage, and it's coming this way!
Sure enough, a very strange-looking Pokemon bursts into the fair, ready to cause destruction. It's so bizarre that you wonder if this is one of those Ultra Beasts that people have mentioned. Yep. Time for our first true Ultra Beast. I mean, we've had a couple Ultra Beasts that have had time to adapt to the Hoenn region, but this will be our first new arrival. When Ultra Beasts first showed up back in Sun and Moon, I was not really a fan, but over time I have really grown to appreciate how out there the designs get to be. So, we can have some fun with this. And if this drawing process looks a little strange, that's because I knew how I wanted it to be animated, and that just meant a few extra steps. Now, we're starting out simple with some Dungeons and Dragons inspirations. The Beholder is a classic D&D monster that I am combining with the good old 20-sided dice, or icosahedron. We get something that's mainly just a mouth, like it's all teeth, which is nice and weird. That's what I want. But it's also not too complex, as this is designed to be the first of a series of Ultra Beast bosses to deal with. The colors were easy enough, as I knew I wanted this to be our first dragon type of the region. Though, with the shiny, I nabbed some of those D&D logo colors, and it turned out pretty good. Okay, let's confront our first Ultra Beast. This is Beholdrake, the observation Pokemon. UB Watcher is a relatively weak Ultra Beast compared to others that have been spotted in the Hoenn region. With their multiple eyes, Beholdrake are nearly impossible to sneak up on. They usually keep their jaw-like head together, but when provoked, will pull it apart to expose a gargantuan eye inside. Beholdrake's center eye is able to fire a wide range of elemental beams. Its ability is Keen Eye. I know traditionally Ultra Beasts have Beast Boost as their ability, but I thought that would be boring to just continue. They'd all be the same, right? So it gets Beast Boost as its hidden ability instead.
Oh, dude, this is like super messed up. We gotta get these people out of here. You think you can keep that thing at bay?
Moose ushers people to safety as you challenge this strange beast to a battle. It is incredibly strong, especially for this early in the story, and it takes out a bunch of your Pokemon. When you do finally weaken it, you try to catch it, but your Pokeballs just bounce off of it right away. So it looks like catching new Ultra Beasts isn't something that you're capable of just yet. The beast flees, and people begin shuffling back in, but unfortunately, much of the fair has been destroyed.
Nice work! I can't believe you stopped that thing. Sorry I was so far away. I was still running. Whew, I am feeling it. But it'll all be worth it.
Maple takes one more step, and to her delight, her Pokemon egg hatches. And it's time for everyone's favorite little piggy, Waddles. Now, I knew I had to get a Waddles Pokemon in here, but there are two main design challenges to deal with. Firstly, Waddles really does basically look like a Pokemon already. Like, he really does. Look at him. And secondly, I needed to find a cryptid that I could still use as inspiration. Luckily, there is a pig-like beastie that I just couldn't pass on. This is the squonk, of course, from the hemlock forest of Pennsylvania, another silly American cryptid. The squonk is all wrinkly and gross looking, and it knows it. It is so aware of how ugly it is that it is horribly depressed and cries all of the time. So we get a sad Waddles. And I was able to take that wrinkly skin and folds and whatnot and use them to suggest a maple sweater. Helps us slide the needle towards cute while still referencing both things. I almost made this thing a water type, as it would have been totally justified with all the tears, but I decided it wasn't best to give one of the 3 starter types to Maple's ace, so we went a different direction. Okay, let's go ahead and meet Maple's new bestie. This is Squarrow, the ugly pig Pokemon. This unfortunate creature is covered with warts and wrinkly skin. Squarrow hatch, knowing exactly how unappealing they are, and quickly become consumed by self-loathing. Though extremely rare in the Hoax region, they are easy to track as they leave trails of tears wherever they go. Fortunately, a loving trainer can turn their melancholy demeanor around. Its ability is Drizzle. We gotta get those tears in there somehow. And that sets up rain whenever it enters battle. And the hidden ability is Magic Bounce. But being as lucky as Maple is, it seems that she hatched a shiny. It's pink and adorable, and Maple nearly faints from happiness.
Even your Pokemon is a freak. Your whole family is a disaster.
Hey, Atlantica. This family is a disaster, but in the best way. This sickeningly sweet angel neurotically hatched an egg in record time, and this little idiot stood their ground against a rampaging Ultra Beast.
Yeah, these dudes, totally rock.
So why don't you go back to your mansion and bleach your hair some more? Whatever.
Oh, there you are. I just wanted to thank you for saving the fair. Well, most of it. Anyway, I'm Susie, and why don't you bring everyone down to my diner? Pancakes are on me as a reward.
Free is my favorite number. All right, research team.
I think you mean Love Patrol Alpha.
Let's get pancakes. But we'll pick up with pancakes in the next episode. Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you are enjoying the series. There is a new puzzle added to the Discord server, so check out the video description for details on how to join the journal deciphering fun if you haven't already. All right, I will catch you in the next one. Later, nerds.